Hello and welcome back to Internet Introvert. I'm Micah, I'm Micah, an introvert on the internet, an INFP to be specific. Today we're going to be talking about the INFP archetypes that I have noticed. But I also want to talk about their secret aspirations. The types that I think they are jealous of, for example, and the traits that I think that they value. So the first archetype that we're going to talk about is the eclectic academic. This is the 4-wing 5 in the Enneagram personality typing system. That's what I link them to. Now, the MBTI personality type that I believe that they are most likely to be jealous of is the INTJ. And I think that because of the traits that I believe that they value, introverted intuition and extroverted thinking, which just so happen to be very valued and very strong in the INTJ. I feel like the eclectic academic INFP might have a little bit of a battle going on inside of them. That head and heart sort of battle. The type 4 is really above the heart. It's literally in the heart center. But then the type 5 is in the head center. And in my opinion, your wing is your aspirations. Like, you could just look at somebody's wing to see what they aspire to. I feel like that archetype wants to be taken more seriously in terms of the things that they know, in terms of the knowledge that they have. And I feel like that's easier for INTJs to just command that. Basically because they appear like what we expect super academic, super bookish, super knowledgeable people to be like versus the INFP. They might be more abstract. So, and as humans, we tend to aspire to things that we don't do as well as we would like to. And NI is actually strong in INFPs according to like the socionics models. We just don't value it that much. But valuing TE, the inferior function, which we value it, we're just not great at it. So the traits of NI and TE are very much pronounced in INTJ. So they appear very smart because they make really good assumptions. And then they're able to organize their lives very well. They're able to organize things in the external world very well. They're literally said to like be one of the personality types to make more money. They're usually very confident. And these are things that I could definitely see the 4-wing 5, aspiring to. Like, they want to be, and INTJs also are quite morally robust and have like really strong ideals. So I can really see the eclectic academic INFP being, a bit jealous of them because they seem to do the valued traits easier. We move on to my archetype, and now I'm going to be revealing my secret aspirations that are probably not that secret. We have the Enneagram 4, wing 3, and I have called this personality type what did I call this personality type? The unique entertainer. And I put the MBTI type that we are most likely to be jealous of as the ENFP. Now, this is my personal experience. I have an ENFP bestie, and I've realized I'm so jealous of this person. The traits that I value that makes me so jealous of this person would be NE and FE, extroverted intuition and extroverted feeling. Now, we don't typically associate extroverted feeling with ENFPs, but it is something that they are quite strong at. They're quite strong at it, and they don't reject it as hard as INFPs do, because we are also strong at it if you look at the socionics model. But it's called our nemesis function for a reason. While it's called the demonstrative function in ENFP, so it's going to be something that we notice. Like, we see that they're really great at it, and I see that my friend is really great at it because he's always trying to make sure that there's harmony in the group. He's always trying to care about the group's feelings, sometimes in opposition to my feelings. And I feel like they're really good at compartmentalizing their feelings because they still have strong FI. They're good at compartmentalizing their feelings to not upset the group. Whereas when I'm upset, I'm going to upset the group. Like, I'm upset. Like, I don't care to participate in the group right now if I'm upset. Like, I have to be good before I'm good with the group. Even though I'm good at FE, it's taxing. Oh, it's taxing. Don't like it that much. But I do aspire to be better at it. Now let's talk about extroverted intuition. That is something else that I'm supposedly strong in, and it is something that I value. But I noticed that extroverted intuition has more flavor, more nuance, and it actually brings in extroverted sensing a little bit in ENFPs. And that is like, it is something that I'm jealous of. Like, they are willing to do things. Like, it's not just about connecting ideas about the external world in their mind. It's about experiencing the external world and then connecting. Like they actually value going out and doing things and saying, yes, let's do this. Yes, let's do that. Versus me where I'm just like, do I really want to do this? I don't know. Maybe I don't. Maybe I just want to introverted sensing and stay home, which is, and like I legit have to fight myself. So I'm like, so they get to be more likable and they get to do more things. While I feel like I'm not very likable because extroverted feeling and I are enemies. Even though my extroverted intuition is strong, my extroverted sensing is not helped by how strong it is. It doesn't push me into new situations where I have to use extroverted sensing. While even though the extroverted sensing is quote unquote weak is better than very weak in terms of expression. Now we have arrived at the final INFP archetype according to my observations. This is the likable sage. And this is, correlates to the Enneagram 9 wing 1. I see this personality type actually as the most balanced INFP. And because of that, I don't know who in the MBTI typing system they would be jealous of. Because I believe that they value FI, NE, SI, and TE. Like they value all of the traits that INFPs also value and know that they bring to the table. Notice with the other two archetypes, they were valuing traits that either they just consciously didn't value or that they're just not the best at. I feel like INFPs who are likable sages actually do value basically who they are and what they naturally do very well, which is why I believe that they are most likely to be INFP A, meaning assertive, meaning like confident, chill, go with the flow type of individuals, versus, people who are aspiring for like things that are outside of themselves. And I know that people say that being turbulent has its advantages, and I don't want to knock that, but I'm turbulent and I'm telling you that there are a lot of disadvantages. Possibly too many, in my opinion. Perfectionism is not fun to have. Being neurotic is not fun to have, I'm telling you this right now. Constant improvement is not fun to have because when are you satisfied? So that's why I see, INFPs who are the likable sage as being more balanced because they want to keep harmony, they want to keep peace with people. I will admit that my knowledge of INFP 9 wing ones is limited, so that's why I want your help in the comment section down below to tell me more about that type and who you all may be jealous of in the typing system. And if you agree with the fact that I believe that you value all the traits that INFPs are known for, but in my mind, these are the most balanced people. I would like to meet an INFP like this. I think that there's a YouTuber whose name is escaping me, Matt Sherman. I think that he is a 9. I know he's a type 9, but I'm hoping that he's a 9 wing 1 because he has that likable sage demeanor, honestly. Like he just speaks very calmly, yet he's not boring to listen to. So it's just that likable sage, somebody's advice you'd want to take because they're just so nice and they're listening to you. They're actually listening to you. They're not trying to upset you. And I noticed that like the way that he speaks, like I really like it. Versus like the way that I speak is a hot mess. Like the way that I speak is like very, very dynamic, very the unique entertainer, very over the top. And there was a time where I really wanted to be like the 9 wing 1 and just be calm and very collected in what I'm saying, very organized, very measured. But that's not the value that I bring. And I think that that's what I want you all to take away from talking about archetypes. Is we don't always have to try to deny ourselves. And no matter what flavor of INFP you are, just know that it is cool. Isn't it cool that you could appear more similar to other types while still, at the end of the day, just being an INFP? I think that we just have to aspire to be the best INFPs that we can be. Not try to be other personality types, not trying to be an INTJ, not trying to be an ENFP, not trying to, be these other types because you'll never be them. You'll never be as good at being them as they are. But it's about trying to find the value in our traits. And I think that that is something that I'm still, on the journey of. Because I'm seeing how valuable extroverted sensing is in this goddamn world, and that is my polar function, okay? extroverted sensing and extroverted thinking, and even extroverted feeling. Everything that's extroverted is really annoying me right now. But I'm seeing how valuable they are. But I know that my introverted functions could add depth to them. They could add, nuance. I think that INFPs, it can seem like the world doesn't value us. It doesn't seem to value, especially FI. I think that's the thing. The world values, a lot of things, but it doesn't seem to value FI. It doesn't seem to value the way that we work in terms of like our productivity and us not liking to do things for like 10 hours each day. And a lot of productivity advice is really geared towards using TE. Even if you want to make friends, you need to use SE. Like it always seems like they're telling us to be somebody who we are not. Sometimes we just have to, be. Yeah. Okay, there's this video. I'm an INFP in an ESTJ world. I recommend you get into it. It's actually, I did not expect this video to be resonating with so many different people. Like, it's growing slow and steady. I was so rambly in that video. But it's being enjoyed, so I think you will enjoy it too.